Traveling is often a whirlwind of new experiences, cultures, and, inevitably, a few indulgent meals. While the excitement of exploring a new city or lounging on a beach can be exhilarating, it also poses a unique challenge for those of us who prioritize fitness. The struggle to maintain a workout routine while on the road is a familiar one, but with the right strategies, it can be a manageable and even enjoyable part of the travel experience. I remember my first big trip after committing to a fitness lifestyle. It was a 2-week journey through Europe, and I was determined to stay on track with my workouts. I had just finished a rigorous training program and felt stronger than ever, but the thought of abandoning my routine in favor of croissants and pasta was daunting. The first few days were a test of willpower. I arrived in Paris, jet-lagged and excited, but also overwhelmed by the array of culinary delights. I quickly realized that my usual routine of hitting the gym every morning was not going to be feasible. The hotel I booked had a small fitness center, but it was equipped with just a couple of treadmills and some weights that looked like they hadn't been touched in years. I knew I had to adapt. On my second morning in Paris, instead of surrendering to the allure of a leisurely breakfast at a cafe, I set my alarm for an early run along the Seine. The cool morning air was refreshing, and I found myself running past iconic landmarks, the Eiffel Tower glimmering in the distance. I felt invigorated, and with each step, I was reminded of why I love to stay fit. That run not only kept my fitness routine alive, but also allowed me to see the city in a way that I never would have from a bus or a taxi. This experience taught me the importance of flexibility in my fitness routine while traveling. Instead of trying to replicate my usual gym workouts, I began to incorporate outdoor activities. Hiking up to the Sacré-Cœur was another highlight of my trip. The steep climb was a workout in itself, and once I reached the top, the view was breathtaking. I found that many cities have hidden gems that can double as workout opportunities. Walking tours became a staple of my travels, allowing me to explore while keeping active. I learned that fitness doesn't always mean lifting weights or running on a treadmill. It can also be about movement and exploration. As I continued my travels, I faced different challenges in different cities. In Barcelona, for instance, the heat was relentless in July. I had planned to run along the beach, but by mid-morning, the sun was already blazing. So, I adjusted my schedule and opted for evening workouts instead. I discovered that the beach was a vibrant place at sunset, filled with locals playing volleyball and families enjoying the cool breeze. I joined a group of joggers and found myself running alongside the Mediterranean, the sound of waves crashing providing a soothing soundtrack to my workout. Another pivotal moment came when I was in Rome. I had heard about the city's famous gelato and knew I would be tempted. To balance my indulgences, I sought out local fitness classes. I found a small studio that offered yoga on the rooftop with stunning views of the city. The class was a mix of locals and tourists, and it was easy to bond over our shared experiences of navigating fitness while traveling. The instructor was passionate and encouraged us to embrace the moment, reminding us that fitness is not just about physical strength, but also mental well-being. I left the class feeling centered and ready to tackle all the pasta and pizza that awaited me. Food is often one of the most enjoyable aspects of travel, but it can also be a source of stress for those trying to stay fit. I learned to embrace a balanced approach. Instead of depriving myself of local delicacies, I focused on moderation. In Florence, I treated myself to a slice of authentic pizza, but I paired it with a side of fresh salad. I found that allowing myself to indulge in local flavors while being mindful of portion sizes helped me maintain my fitness goals without feeling deprived. Another strategy I adopted was to prepare my own meals whenever possible. In hostels or apartments with kitchen facilities, I would scout local markets for fresh produce and ingredients. Cooking became a delightful way to immerse myself in the local culture. In Lisbon, I discovered a vibrant market filled with colorful fruits, vegetables, and spices. I bought some fresh fish and vegetables and prepared a simple meal in my rented apartment. Not only was it healthier than eating out, but it also felt rewarding to create something delicious and nutritious. However, I also learned to be realistic about my expectations. There were days when I simply didn't have the energy or time to work out. On those days, I focused on staying active in other ways. I took the stairs instead of the elevator, walked instead of taking public transport, and made it a point to explore neighborhoods on foot. I found that just being mindful of my movement helped me feel better about my fitness journey while traveling. One of the most memorable experiences came during a trip to Thailand. I was in Koh Samui, surrounded by stunning beaches and lush jungles. I signed up for a Muay Thai class, something I had never tried before. It was a challenging workout, but I loved every moment of it. The instructors were encouraging, and I was surrounded by a diverse group of travelers, all eager to learn. The experience taught me that fitness can also be about trying new things and stepping out of my comfort zone. I left the class feeling empowered and invigorated, a reminder that fitness is not just about maintaining a routine, but also about embracing new experiences. As my travels continued, I became more adept at finding creative ways to stay fit. I invested in a resistance band that I could easily pack in my luggage, allowing me to do strength workouts in my hotel room. I also discovered fitness apps that offered guided workouts, making it easier to stay on track without the need for a gym. These tools became invaluable, especially during long layovers or when I found myself in a location with limited options. Reflecting on my journey, I realized that staying fit while traveling is not just about maintaining a routine. It's about adapting and being open to new experiences. Each destination offers unique opportunities to explore fitness in different ways. Whether it's hiking, joining a local class, or simply walking through the streets, movement is everywhere if you're willing to look for it. Traveling has taught me that fitness is not confined to a gym. It's about embracing an active lifestyle, no matter where you are. The challenges I faced along the way only made me more resilient and creative in my approach to fitness. I learned to celebrate small victories, whether it was completing a challenging hike or simply making healthier food choices. In the end, the most important lesson was that fitness is a journey, not a destination. It's about enjoying the process, finding joy in movement, and allowing yourself the freedom to indulge while still prioritizing health. Traveling has enriched my life in ways I never imagined, and maintaining my fitness has only enhanced those experiences. So, the next time you find yourself on the road, remember that your fitness journey can continue no matter where you are. Embrace the challenges, seek out the solutions, and most importantly, enjoy every moment of your adventure.